Hello, I'm Mr. McNaughton, and welcome to Video News Blogging. I'm just going to take a moment to walk you through our Moodle course site, which is right here, and I'm just going to show you how our program flows. So, the first thing you should do when you log into Moodle is go to this How to Use This site, read this first. Chances are, if you're watching this video, you've already done that. Next, I'm going to want you to go to the Getting to Know You forum. This forum is where you can post some information about yourself. Here's my initial questions that I would like to know from you. To respond, all you need to do is click the reply button at the bottom right of the initial post. Now, make sure that you reply to the initial post and not to other replies to the post. The way to tell the difference is A, the initial post is usually the post at the very top. The other clue is that these profile icons right here are indented to show that this is a sub-child of this post. If you'd like to respond directly to someone else's reply, then you can reply directly to their reply. Alright, so let's click reply and check out how this works. When you press reply, an input box opens here with a formatting toolbar. Some things I'd just like to point out in the formatting toolbar is this should look very similar to your Microsoft Word or Google Documents or even email formatting toolbars. A couple of things that I want to specifically point out is the Insert Image button and the Insert Link buttons. We'll come back to those sometime later throughout the program. When you click the reply, the initial post will show up top as a reminder. You can simply input your information, and when you're done, click the Post to Forum button. Now, because I've already posted the forum, I'm not going to hit that button, but I want to point out something to you up here. This is the breadcrumb, the series of links. This lets you know where you started and where you are now. If at any point in time you want to return to the initial screen, just click the second link in, which should be the title of your course. Alright, we're back. So, the next thing I'll point out is this forum for questions and concerns. If you have any questions of how this course works, expectations, anything along those lines, feel free to input them into this discussion board here. Okay, on to weekly assignments. And this section right here is the weekly assignment. These are laid out in weeks. The weeks are updated in a downward fashion. So this is the first week, but the next week will come below that, and the next week below that, and below that, and below that. Each week, there'll be an introductory graphic and most likely some type of podcast. All you need to do to listen to the podcast is to click the triangle play button. And if you have a hearing impairment, you can also click here to read the transcript of the podcast. Alright, each week will be laid out using a lesson module. A lesson module is a link that walks you through a series of assignments page by page. So, each week, there'll be a direct link to the entire day-by-day lesson breakdown. Also included underneath this are the individual elements that are provided within this week day-by-day breakdown. But you're not really going to use these unless you're trying to skip directly to something and you know exactly where you need to go. Most of the time, you're going to come in here and you're going to click directly onto this day-by-day lesson breakdown to get started. This brings you to the first assignment, Moodle Monday. The way the course will be laid out is Moodle Monday. Every Monday you'll start out with some sort of introductory text to the lesson that you'll be learning about throughout the week. You'll need to read that using a very specific format that's designed to increase reading fluency as well as reading comprehension. You'll do a journal based on the reading assignment, and then you'll move on to Technical Tuesday. On Technical Tuesdays, you will be creating a short video test clip to demonstrate the information that you learned during the Monday reading assignment. So I'm going to go ahead here and click on to Technical Tuesday. Each assignment will be laid out in detail. If you have any questions about the assignments, you can always click on the question link at the very bottom and send me a message. Once you've finished your video, you will upload it to the discussion forum here, and then you'll respond to 3 other students' submissions of videos using the provided criteria in the assignment itself. When you're completely finished with the assignment, you get to move on to Remedial Wednesday. This is when I'll provide a little more in-depth information on the original topic. You'll be given an assignment to read a certain number or watch a certain number of provided materials. And I'll try my best to provide a diverse range of media, that being texts, audio podcasts, and videos that you can watch. So you'll need to choose 3, either 2 links in one video or 2 videos in one article. That's up to you. Once you have finished the assignment of the day, you can click the Continue button to move on to Theatrical Thursday. Thursday is your real deal attempt at putting all of your learning together into something more significant than just a 30-second test film. You will have all of Theatrical Thursday to work on this, and if you have your work done early on Wednesday, you can start these projects on Wednesday, and you'll have all of Friday to wrap up any production and post-production that you need to do. So, once you are done recording the video itself, you move on to Final Cut Friday, and Fridays are intended for any of the editing that you need to do of your videos, the uploading, and any catch-up work that you have throughout the week. When you're finished with all of this work, you hit Continue, and each lesson will have an exiting quiz. Each week there'll be a quiz. You click the link that says Go to the quiz and just start answering the questions, and when you're done, you can submit or view your grades. Another thing I'd like to point out is if you don't have time to do the quiz when you're initially going through the lessons, you can always access this directly through the front page. Remember how I told you that the direct links are always here? Under Performance Exam Standards and Assessments, there'll be a direct link to any quizzes. Also, under Labs and Assignments and Productions, there will always be a direct link to the area where you are to upload your video files to. And that's a basic overview of how this course will be laid out. Again, if you have any questions at all, feel free to contact me. Good luck.